Hey there, hi there, ho there, welcome back once again to another thrilling episode of Disney Compendium. Long time no see out there, and on the other end of this webcam, my good buddy, my good friend, my co-host for a significant amount of time at this point, Nick.
How you doing,
How
JJ?
are you? Oh, I am doing fantastic.
Are you excited
Uh,
to see this? We're going to talk about the Scorpion King.
yeah, Dwayne the Rock Johnson's breakout role. Actually, we're doing a double feature. It's The Mummy 2 and The Scorpion King.
Okay.
Some of the best CG you've ever seen in a movie.
Especially in Mummy 2. Oh my gosh.
So beautiful.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Just feel uncomfortable at all.
Nick?
Yes.
I want to take you back in time.
Okay.
Long ago to the wonderful time of November 2016.
Huh.
Wow.
Okay, so just clarify, the Cubs have just won the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool, man. It's when did this actually so it had its world premiere at AFI Fest on November 14th, 2016. Yeah. And it had its premiere in the United States November 23rd, 2016. So
like the Cubs won the World Series, and then it's 5 years ago today almost.
Yeah.
So like what are you trying to drive at?
No. So that was.
Oh wait a minute. Let me think. Is that when America was on fire?
Maybe.
Is that when America set itself on fire?
Yeah, it just shot themselves right in their foot, and let me tell you, but just it's a small bump in the road.
Did we put a sentient colostomy back in charge of our country?
But to even things out, Disney releases Moana.
Did it even out?
Listen, I'm trying to save this intro. Listen. We just need to pretend like the last 5 years didn't happen, and Moana came out, and the very next day we released this episode.
Exactly. Let's just pretend that the X-Men wasn't about class, racial issues.
I just wish
why are the X-Men so woke now?
Yeah, I just wish they would keep politics out of the X-Men. Says Sentinel Lever 2428.
Says 242. Well, I got an author for you. His name is Alan Moore.
No, nothing political in any one of his
not
series.
A thing. Not
Chris Claremont didn't have a political bone
in
his body.
Not at all.
Days of the Future Past and God Loves, Man Kills. Just a nice, simple, easy story to consume.
It's good. It goes down easy.
Definitely doesn't have the N-word in it.
Well, you want some good bedtime reading. You pick yourself a copy of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Swamp Thing it's just a story of a monster. There's nothing there. There's no hidden agenda.
Hey, not like he goes like back in time and like witnesses the crucifixion of Christ, right? And becomes the crucifix himself because he's a swamp man. That doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen. That's not a thing that happens at all. Man, Swamp Thing's good, man.
Swamp Thing's great action figure, man.
Man, they need to just They just need to double down on Swamp Thing. They screwed us up. They screwed us over with the show. That was a good show, and they tore it away from us. The one that just was like just happened, like last 2 years. The Swamp Thing show.
Was it in the fandom or
That
DC?
was whatever the DC universe thing was before it was.
I I thought you were talking about the USA Network show Swamp Thing that aired
No,
before primetime wrestling.
no, I'm talking about the new Swamp Thing.
Oh, okay.
It was a good show.
I thought you were talking about the movie with Adrian Barbeau.
Speaking of Swamp Thing,
Yeah,
uh, water. There's water in
sure.
swamps.
Okay, let's go.
And there's also a
Ding.
sentient ocean
Uh-huh.
in Moana. Back to
Mhm.
Moana.
Back to Milwaukee.
Again, November 2016. So this is the second movie from this studio in 2016. The last episode was uh what was the last episode? Zootopia.
Utopia. Also,
Zootopia.
nothing to do with race and class.
No politics in Zootopia at all. It does not have even a slight reference to Reagan, dropping crack into inner city
Not at all.
America. So yeah, Moana. Hey Nick, you want to know a secret about Moana?
Okay, it is actually just Lilo and Stitch.
That's not. Whoa, you see that? That's weird. Um,
We'll do it live.
Do it live. My Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mondo poster is falling down. It was scaring me. I was like, "What is that sound? Is somebody trying to break into this room? What the fuck?"
I almost did the Gino Gerland
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. the SummerSlam sign.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. No. This is the secret about Moana for me is that this right here is the first time I had ever seen Moana. I hadn't watched Moana before. I just never got around to it, and then we started doing this show, and I'm like, you know what? I can wait till we do this. That way I can have it fresh in my mind and not have any sort of preconceived kind of ideals.
Crazy you didn't see it in theaters though.
Yeah, November 2016. Not a great mental health time.
What?
So
why?
So I don't think I was going to a lot of movies around that time. But I mean, nowadays everything that's come out since I've seen in theaters,
right?
With the exception of Frozen 2. I didn't see Frozen 2 in theaters.
I haven't seen it at all, so that'll be an adventure.
Because it was like it launched with like Disney Plus, so it was like,
that's right. Because they're like, hey, we're going to put it out as a hey, we know you're stuck at home with your children.
Yeah, so here's Frozen 2 for the holiday season.
Go home
for like the holidays. Yeah. So yeah, this is the first time I'd ever seen Moana. Very exciting for me because I knew everyone seems to have really liked it.
Yeah.
And it's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it. So
who's that now?
He was the Scorpion King.
Okay.
And did you see the rundown?
No.
Okay. How about he played a professional wrestler in that episode of that 70s show?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Rocky
he played
Johnson.
Rocky Johnson.
He went to the University of Football.
Yes, University of Football.
University of Football.
Yeah. So I think he owns the XFL now.
Did he actually wrestle himself?
I think once or twice is sort of like a special sort of like he had that one thing where he like beat Luke Harper or Eric Rowan in like 10 seconds at a WrestleMania one time.
So wait, so he just did that.
I think so.
That's his only wrestling thing. Okay.
No. He did come out that one time with a flamethrower and light his name on fire.
Okay.
So
that was that. I mean, that was that same show, wasn't it?
Was it? I guess it could have been.
That was the same show.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just conflating.
Yeah. I'm just conflating, huh? Yeah.
Did at any point wrestle and make workout pants and a tracksuit look okay?
No.
No, okay.
No, he did not make workout pants and tracks
Because he had
Adidas tracksuit.
because he
Yeah.
had surgery because he had gynecomastia.
Yes. So listen,
It's The Rock.
this
We love The Rock, for God's sake.
this is going to be a very rock centric episode.
Based on
Very
JD's and I's ages, we were in our formative wrestling years.
yeah.
When The Rock was the man. Well, not you were more sort of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Try to go
like
side because that man.
yeah, just there was no more entertaining. I think we can all agree that the 2003 era of The Rock was the absolute pinnacle of the
Hollywood Rock.
Hollywood Rock.
Oh,
that version of Rock was.
Oh, he was great.
So good. I still think about that entrance where he did like the really long, drawn out BS. Yeah, just so good. Just like leather pants and leather vest with a giant belt buckle.
Yes.
Strong look. Better look than his $500 shirt and Dockers that he was doing in the mid-90s.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, by that point, like, he was a face, but he was like kind of mean, and unlikable in a way.
Yeah,
and so he decided to turn heel. You're like, oh, okay, yeah,
it was really.
I'm all about this.
Yeah, it was really good because like the crowd was super into him as a bad guy there because like you could go back and watch that stuff as him as the heel and they were booing him despite clearly being a big fan of The Rock. They were booing him because it was just the right thing to do. Wrestling fans don't really do that anymore because nobody's pushing the right people. Nobody's like, they're doing like AEW fans are marks, so are smart marks. So they're the ones that are like cheering and booing who they're supposed to be cheering and booing for. But WWE fans are just like, they're just.
I'm here because I want to take it to a radio station.
Yeah, I just got an email very recently because they're coming to Seattle for SmackDown in February, and I'm like. If they were coming to Tacoma, I'd probably be like, yeah, right, why not? Because it's really close by. Like the last time they were in town, they were at the Tacoma Dome, and I went because that's like a 10-minute drive. It's like I'm not going into Seattle for the WWE in 2022.
You're not excited to go see their 15-man roster?
Yeah. I can't wait to see all of my favorites. Keith Lee, Isaiah Scott, Karrion Kross. Can't wait to see Karrion Kross live.
Is that Spooky Clown Man still there? He's great.
Yeah, Spooky Clown Man.
Spooky Kettle Man. He's still there.
Yeah. All of my favorites. Can't wait. Daniel Bryan. I'm wearing his shirt. I'm wearing a Daniel Bryan shirt.
Awesome.
He's a hometown hero. Of course he'll be there.
He'll be there. Yeah. Why wouldn't he be there?
Why wouldn't he be there? But yeah, so Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's in this movie.
He's great in this movie.
He's fantastic. He plays a shape-shifting demigod, Maui.
Yeah.
You know what's very funny about this?
It looks like Roman Reigns.
Sure, that's funny too. But also, like, I like that they just sort of like assume Maori culture a little bit, like, because they don't really explain too much about Maui and like his folklore and stuff. You just kind of pick it up as they go along and sort of pick it up via song. And it's just like, most of the stuff that they typically do with Disney movies is you kind of, because they don't really dive too hard into like cultural stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like very all straightforward generic mythology. Like, and this one is very cultural, and they don't really go out of their way to like look to the camera and explain anything to us white boys out there
No.
watching this thing. I appreciate that, like, because it just sort of comes across as natural. Like, in universe, all of this is normal. This is what their life is.
Right.
So like they shouldn't have to like like, listen, Dad, I know that Maui was the, that kind of
Yeah, yeah.
nonsense. Like, it's like they know. Who cares? He
It
tells,
also
yeah,
Maui's origins in question because he's a blowhard. So
yeah,
he's an unreliable narrator.
he's an unreliable narrator. So I like his song because it's him including kind of all of the different interpretations of him into one song. And it's really cool. That's a really cool song that they do. Actually, all of the music in this is really good. Surprise, surprise, I guess. Like, it is Lin-Manuel Miranda, who was, when this came out, there was probably no bigger songwriter.
Yeah.
Because like Hamilton was at its peak by this point.
Right.
And like
I remember watching like a behind the scenes thing where he specifically, like, I think he was just having The Rock sing something and just like, okay, well, I need to know what your range is. When I'm like producing this song. So he worked within The Rock's limitations or whatever.
Yeah, and listen, as we all know, The Rock does have recording credit before this, anyways. On WWF The Music Volume 5, he did sing a song about all the kinds of pie that he likes. So
that, and he also did
and I'm sure there was something on like Ruthless Aggression or one of those, like, remember when they had those like one of those albums where they had everybody sing a song on it.
Oh God, what was the song he did a song in? Was it Get Shorty?
I don't know.
God, he was anyway, he played a very overly stereotypical homosexual, and he sang a song about stealing a man away. What the hell is it called?
I don't remember.
All right,
but
I'm gonna look it up now.
You should.
Yeah.
Because I certainly don't. Johnson, who is a fan of rapper Tech N9, featured on a song titled Face Off on the rapper's 2021 album Asinine. So that's cool. I didn't know that.
Give her asinine and her face is 6.
Thank you.
Did it.
I'm just now looking at nearly a year later, Dwayne The Rock, after his Stat 70 show appearance, he appeared in Star Trek Voyager as an alien wrestler who fought popular character 7 of 9.
I remember watching that.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that until I read that. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He looked terrible in that.
I got it. He did a cover of "You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man."
Okay.
It was hilarious.
So we know that Dwayne has a beautiful singing voice.
He does.
It was like he actually did a good job in this movie.
The man is great at everything.
Not particularly a big cast of like recognizable names.
No.
You got Dwayne Johnson, Jermaine Clement, who I love, one half of Fly to the Conchords. He plays Tamatoa and has an absolutely beautiful song in this. Absolutely perfect, kind of like in his wheelhouse of like the kind of thing that they would perform on Fly to the Conchords or something. So that was good. And has a good post-credit scene. And Alan Tudyk is in this. He's Hey Hey.
He's Hey Hey.
Yeah, and I think Troy Polamalu, the football player
with the hair.
He is like he's like in it. He's like a villager in the movie. So It's fun.
Roman
And
Reigns in
no, Roman Reigns is not in it.
it?
I'm sorry. You have to wait until you see Hobbs and Shaw to get Roman Reigns and Dwayne The Rock Johnson working together in a film. But yeah, I do like the cast. Everyone, there's an alternate version of this where it's completely done in Maori language, and it is available on Disney Plus to watch it that way. And most of the cast revives their role to do that version. Like even Jermaine Clement is doing the Maori version of it too, which is kind of cool.
Oh, the guy Timuru Morrison, Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, Boba Fett.
He's the chief.
Yeah,
Or
her Moana's really protective dad, who's kind of a butthole throughout this entire movie.
I mean, he was technically Jango Fett first.
Yes, he was Jango Fett first, and now he's Boba Fett.
And then Aquaman's dad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Aquaman's dad.
Yeah.
He's going to be making a buttload of money this year, huh?
Yeah. So Boba Fett in this movie.
Yeah, got Boba Fett in here. Is Moana, like, what, has she done anything else that I would know?
One of the Pussycat Dolls is in it, apparently.
Okay, sure, that's neat.
Yeah, they're talented.
Hasn't really. She is a downloadable character voice in The Sims 4, I guess.
Okay, sure.
No, she's pretty much just Moana.
Okay.
She was in a movie called All Together Now, which I think I vaguely remember because I think it was on Netflix, and it's just one of those things where they constantly show you all of the Fred Armisen's in it, so that's how you know it's good.
All right.
Yeah. Sure. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Anyways, so let's get to the actual plot of this movie, I suppose, huh?
Water's dangerous.
Well, water's dangerous, but also the island is dying. The coconuts, there's a blight. Like all the crops are dying, and they can't catch any fish. There's no fish anywhere. But Moana is basically like the next in line to be chief, basically, right, of this.
The tribal chief.
The tribal chief.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge. Head of the table.
Yes.
Jimmy and Jay Uso just right there. Ooh-ah, indeed. Yeah. Just a couple of guys in the back wearing trash bags.
Trash bag.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of inside jokes in this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's like giving all of the like, oh, do this, do that, do whatever, and it's like she wants to go out and go past the reef. Was that what's the?
They go far enough. I think the reef, yeah, because they go far enough to fish.
Yeah, and then like don't go any further for no real specific reason, other than it's scary. That's sort of the thing. Isn't
her dad knows why.
Yeah, but there's also there's very little real threat that is really described. Like the only time there's a real threat is because all of the villains want the Infinity Stone that she has.
Yes, exactly.
They all want what's the green one? Is it
Time?
It's Time Stone. Yeah, she's got this Time Stone. So that's they all want the Time Stone. And so like if they just went out there, what's gonna happen to them? They don't really describe in too deep detail what the threat is, other than it's just scary.
Did you like the part where baby Moana is interacting with the water, and the water like reminds you of the abyss?
Yes, it like exactly like the abyss. Like, what if the abyss was just kind of a little scamp as opposed to
it didn't like have a weird face on it?
Yeah, it was like a T-1000 like liquid metal thing, like going out and kind of like tussling her hair and stuff. It was very weird. It's a recurring theme throughout the movie too. Like the ocean is sentient.
So now I feel bad for peeing in it.
Yeah, well, there is a pee joke in this movie.
Yeah, there is.
That's good. That's how you know it's
Yeah.
A plus. It was a good pee joke, perfectly timed. And not disgusting. It was okay. It's not like the Angry Birds movie where they're like gargling pee.
Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah. They gargle pee.
Well,
The Angry
kids gotta learn
Birds.
about water
Yeah,
sports.
the Angry Birds drink pee in the Angry Birds movie. Just remember
Nice.
that.
Awesome.
Yeah. They don't know that until it's too late, and then they like freak out and all that kind of good stuff. Go all like Ace Ventura once they like figure out what the hell happened.
Bingle is Einhorn.
So again, the threat is relatively nondescript to the island. Like they just know that they're not. Boba Fett is just very adamant about not going out there. Which is
Because she's
fine.
ready to him dead.
Yeah. a scene of Moana Moana like holding up a helmet. But yeah, so but she's just constantly wanting to get out of there. She's just doing everything in her power to get she is driven by the urge to the sea, she calls to her. She's an old salty sailor, and she just her life, her love, and her lady is the sea. Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. I'm glad that tickled you.
I hate you.
Me too. But yeah, so eventually Grandma dies, and Grandma was the crazy lady of the town, except surprise, surprise, she's not the crazy one. It's just nobody will listen to her. Much like so basically this has the same plot as Ghostbusters Afterlife, I guess. Everyone thinks she's crazy. Turns out she's not crazy, and her granddaughter has to go out and save the day.
The ocean is a ghost trap. And Olivia Wilde is a volcano person.
Exactly. And she has a very Moana has a very heart touching interaction with her grandparents' ghost in the in the third act.
Oddly enough, her ghost replaced by was played by Hayden Christensen.
But yeah, I'm gonna say one thing about this movie. This movie has probably one of the absolute most satisfying third acts of any Disney movie. Like everything happens in the third act, and it's all really good.
Yes.
Like all of the action, all of the everything that happens in the third act of this movie, it gripped me. I'm like, I'm in, because like the beginning of this movie, the first two parts of this movie are just kind of boring. It's not really,
you know the way.
Yeah,
it's a good song.
Yeah. I mean, the music's all good.
Yeah.
But basically after the Jermaine Clement scene, like I would kind of count that as like, now we're in the third act, and it's just kind of barreling towards its resolution. And like the final battle in this thing looks cool as hell.
It does.
It looks like a Marvel movie. Like it really is like Surtur versus.
It's oddly touching in a way too. That you're like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, it's really cool.
She's
like,
bad.
Yeah, so like so it's basically, so what you learn is Maui took the heart of, do you remember the name? Yes. To give all of these gifts to mankind.
It's Prometheus.
Yeah, it's Prometheus. And so so he stole the heart, which is the time stone, as we said. And so it's a MacGuffin. It's a MacGuffin.
Exactly. As is Maui's hook in a way.
Yeah. Well, Tafiti. Yes, that's what it is. So it's just a big road trip movie to return the stone to where it's rightfully belongs. Um, and so, but also, Maui has to get his hook, which is his weapon, which gives him his power to shapeshift.
Right. It's basically it's a Metroidvania. He can't
Yes.
proceed any further till he gets the hook shot.
Yeah. Your forward progression is halted until
Sure.
you get the weapon upgrade that you need, until you get the morph ball. Um, and so once he gets the morph ball is when we finally start like barreling towards the conclusion. Like, you have the lava monster that sort of teased early on, sort of setting up like he was never able to defeat the lava monster. A very typical Metroid sort of
Yeah, Craig. It's
yeah,
Craig.
it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
You have to get the heat resistant suit first to
Mm-hmm.
even get there, and you know how that works. You got to backtrack, and you got to sort of do some, but then you also got to find some of those energy tanks and stuff too if you really want to make it through
If
there.
he, he. The problem is they went right to Tafiti. They're trying to sequence break.
Yeah,
You gotta.
yeah, it didn't work out so well, but I mean, eventually she did find a shortcut. She was able to glitch through the barrier,
Sweet
and
sprat.
yeah, so yeah, the final battle with the lava monsters has like a really cool, like there's like a cool twist. It's a cool
Yes.
battle. It's beautiful. Like, the water looks really good in this movie. The texture of everything looks really good in this movie. Um like the lava, like that monster looks really good.
It's
um
terrifying. It's
it's
like
genuinely its face, where it's like just, it's not eyes and a mouth, but it's just like glowing parts of the face. It's just like haunting, like a ghost.
yes.
It's really good. It's a really good design.
It's
And
a
so
beautiful
basically,
looking movie.
yeah, every part of this movie looks beautiful. It's probably one of Disney's better looking
Mm-hmm.
movies altogether. They really nailed the aesthetics so well. Like, everything's so bright and vibrant, and the water looks great, and it really, just from start to finish, is a beautiful movie.
Yes.
Um, I like the big twist where she gets to the, you know, Maui is helping her fight off the lava monster. It's like, you just get to the island, you put it in the middle of the spiral. That's all you got to do to return the heart. When she gets there, it finds out that Tafiti is gone. Um, it's not that she's not there anymore. You just see like the indentation of where she had been resting, basically.
Right.
Really cool visual too, like the hole where she should have been, kind of thing, and under the ocean floor, sort of thing. Really cool.
But then when the twist comes, you're like, oh,
Yeah. So you find out that so she turns around and sees the spiral in the chest of, um, I keep forgetting the monster's name. Again, this is the first time I saw it, so none of those names have sunk in yet. Even like, and then like Moana and Maui are like and Hey Hey are the two that I recognize very much. So she's like, oh, so Tafiti is the lava monster. It's just like her heart has been ripped out, so that's what she became.
right.
Um, and that scene where she makes the ocean like separate, like Moses,
Yes.
to let the Tafiti, what is Tafiti, make her way to her to give the heart back. When she starts scurrying across the ocean floor in this thing, that was a terrifying visual.
Not a fan.
Not a fan of that. Again, scary design. And then just like scurrying like a Japanese horror film monster. Uh, Very, very creepy. But like
Yes,
when she restores the heart and she becomes Tafiti again, like, that's a beautiful design.
yes, it
That
is.
like that entire, like, it had like real, like, it looked like legitimate, like, moss texture and everything. Like, a genuinely beautiful scene of like all the flowers coming around,
The
and
life comes back into her, and
life coming back and everything, and then like the slow, her, like, hey, thanks for this, here's your hook back, I know you broke it, here's a new one. uh
Well, she broke it.
Yeah, sorry about that. Here you go. Listen,
Yeah.
you did the right thing. You came back. It took you some generations, but you did it
He turned
nonetheless.
face.
Yeah, he had his face turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
They went from die Maui die to heel turn
to
to
corporate Maui.
corporate Maui.
Yeah.
And then he went baby face, tagging with mankind and all that stuff. So
Tagging with Moana.
yeah, and so
Reluctantly became a tag team partner with her.
yeah, it's good. This is you remember the This Is Your Life segment is one of the most watched segments in Disney Night Raw history. So so yeah, it's great.
What a lot of people don't know is that Moana was like toward the end of her career, she her knees were bad.
Yeah, no, she could barely get around. Yeah, barely get around. Was just sort of doing, but felt like she had to be there for the fans.
Relying too much on the hey gimmick,
Yeah. Can I just say that I like Hey Hey?
Yes, Hey's hilarious.
Hey Hey's hilarious. The introduction of Hey Hey, of him trying to eat the rock, is genuinely not Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
but like the little rock,
an actual physical like stone
piece of earth. Yes.
Yeah, like he's pecking at it and then just swallows it and then vomits it up, and you realize at a point like, okay, this is gonna play into it. It's gonna eat that rock. And listen, Hey Hey has actual character development, because eventually it learns to not swallow the rock and actually brings it back, the time stone back to Moana after she drops it. That's a character arc. That's development.
And you know what? I also like that. Good for Alan Tudyk. Just like, I'm on the company payroll.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. I love that even the ocean gets increasingly more frustrated with Hey Hey as the movie goes along. Like constantly, like, to the point where I love the scene where they like scoop up the bird, throw it into the little hole into the canoe, and then like slam the door shut and everything. Like, all right, I've had enough of this stinking chicken.
The stupid bird.
This stupid bird's pissing me off. And just the constant it just trying to, like, it constantly almost drowning, just like even the very last scene for Hey Hey is it just walking back into the ocean, and the ocean has done its business, but it's still like, hey, turn on.
Dumb chicken.
It's one of the better Disney funny animal companions they've had in a very long time.
It helps them to talk.
Yeah, like I was worried that they were going to do 2 because they introduced the pig early on, but then like that disappears. That disappears pretty quick.
It's kind of like, oh, it's a pig. You're like, oh, this is going to be a thing with the chicken.
Yeah.
Nope,
just a chicken. Just Hey Hey. When Hey Hey realizes they're out in the middle of the ocean and just like freaks out is very good. Yes. I like Hey Hey. I'm a big fan of Hey. I'm a mark for Hey Hey.
You know, I remember like going to a Disney store and seeing a lot of Hey Hey merch.
They still have a lot of Hey Hey merch. Like if you go to like Disneyland, like clearly plushes of Hey Hey are very popular.
But the ones that talk, right?
Yeah. And it's a cute design with its like weird googly eyes and like
derpy chicken.
The derpy old chicken. I love it. It's a good design. And I like that The Rock becomes King Shark for a couple of minutes in this thing.
DC stuff on there, man.
Yeah, he is Black Adam. I mean,
he is Black Adam.
So it was just a tease for the future, what the future was to hold.
But it's a Disney movie. Well, hey, let me put my clickbait article real quick. Disney buys DC.
There we go.
Question mark?
Question mark. There you go. Man, this movie's great.
It's genuinely pretty damn good.
Yeah. I don't think it's as well rounded as like Zootopia is.
Better than Zootopia.
But I like it better than Zootopia, and I think the third act really helps. Like I said, it's kind of nothing in the beginning, but the characters are all so good because it really is just a movie of 2 characters. The family stuff kind of gets out of the way real quick, and it really is just Moana and Maui hanging out. You know, it really is just kind of like a
Bob Hope.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hope and Crosby, kind of like the Road to Morocco. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it really is like that. So it's fun. I really think it's fun. It's low impact, but I think Disney is better when they're doing that stuff. I think Zootopia was too heavy of a movie.
It's incredible. This was a big, here's the thing with Disney movies. Sometimes you find yourself becoming aware of how long you've been watching it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, this has been going for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
When are we going to get to the thing? And Moana is like one of those few examples where I'm like, oh, this movie's done, almost over with.
Yeah. And this, okay, so the last time Disney released 2 movies in the same year was Lilo and Stitch and Treasure Planet. So,
sticking with a tropical theme.
Yeah, and sticking with the one was very, very good and one was just okay.
Did it have a guy from the Goo Goo Dolls?
Probably.
I mean, because Treasure Planet did.
Yeah. Mike Mignola's art is not present, and although Maui is very square, so kind of.
He is. He's a little bit chibi looking.
Yeah, his head's real weird in this.
I'm wrong. He doesn't look like Roman Reigns. You ever see like those videos of like when Yokozuna was in AWA?
Yeah, yeah.
That's Maui.
So yeah, this was Disney's 56th Disney Animation Studios. This is their 56th movie. After this, we've only got 3 more. Although technically 4 more because the next one comes out as we're recording. Like 5 days. No, it's like November 24th.
Oh,
I think it comes out. It's like just around the corner.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Let's see when the actual November 24th is its release date of Encanto. I don't know what the
Incontinence.
But so yeah.
Looks also more Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Ralph Breaks the Internet, Frozen 2, and Raya and the Last Dragon.
What?
Yeah.
I've not seen. I've only seen one of those movies, so thus far.
I haven't seen Raya yet. So that's something.
I like that Disney Plus has made this much easier for us, by the way.
Yeah, well, I mean, we pretty much started doing this at around the time Disney Plus was like the heart of this really kind of got it, because I think I had to give you a couple of movies that I had saved backed up.
I had to go hunting for I think Melody Time.
Yeah, they're finally releasing that on Blu-ray.
Okay.
But like Disney Movie Club exclusive kind of BS.
That's still around.
But I know, right? But very much so. I get mail all the time from them asking me to sign up for the Disney Movie Club.
And I still redeem my Disney rewards for a Lone Ranger poster.
Yes, okay. You can.
Okay.
So, hey, you know who wrote the first draft of this screenplay?
I do not.
Taika Waititi.
Oh.
But he had to go back home because this would have been 2012. So he just had a kid and was working on What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, okay. Which also great.
Yeah. Which is. But he makes the joke apparently that all that was years later, Waititi joked that all that was left of his original draft was exterior, ocean, day. Yeah, but it was always sort of set up to be this way. The scene in which Maui and Moana encounter the Kakamora isn't it so the coconuts.
Right.
It's intentionally supposed to look like Mad Max Fury Road. They did that on purpose.
Nice.
And I love it. Thank you.
Do you think the soundtrack would have been better with Sting?
No. I think it
Rhyming
would have been better with Phil Collins.
with ocean, like ocean. What around this ocean?
Frank Ocean
Frank
doing the
Ocean. What
sound
rhymes with
sure.
sea? Okay. Sting. Yes. Good. Good.
Um, let's see if there's is there anything anything actually like there's nothing really like interesting about this movie's production. It was just sort of
Seamless.
seamless. It just kind of like it was an idea that existed and it came to fruition.
And it turned out fine.
And yeah, it turned out fine. There wasn't any like uh any weird stuff going on. The tattoos, the sentient tattoos on Maui
Right.
are traditional hand drawn animation. They're not
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
yeah. Yeah. That which is kind of, cool. It really because you can kind of tell once you know that.
It kind of reminds me of like
Yeah.
the Fates a little bit, from Hercules.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
style.
Yeah. 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 Um yeah, so the tattoos are traditional hand. At one point the movie was considered to maybe be hand drawn. But obviously it didn't come to fruition and they just didn't do it that way. But yeah, the tattoos are, which is sort of the last time that this studio has done sort of hand drawn
I mean, if you're doing
animation.
water effects, you need CGI.
Yeah. Yeah,
Way
yeah, like this is an example of a movie that needed to be what it was.
Right.
I mean, the soundtrack was a massive release. Let's see. I think when it came out, I don't remember if it was a huge.
I believe it was.
Let's see. Oh, there was a sing-along version of this released. I didn't know that.
Is it on the Blu-ray?
I don't know. I don't have the Blu-ray. I got the Disney version. I got the Disney Plus version. It says on January 20 in 2017, they released a sing-along version of Moana, released in 2,000 theaters, featuring on-screen lyrics. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. Listen. Here we go. Here's the box office stuff. Let's see. $249 million in the U.S. on a budget of between 150 to 175 million, with 645 million worldwide. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a tidy profit.
That's a tidy profit. Becoming the fourth consecutive Walt Disney Animation Studio film to reach those milestones after Frozen, Big Hero 6, and Zootopia. Disney did not disclose the film's final production budget, but most of its animated films cost about $150 million. So the 12th most profitable film of 2016.
The big thing at the time was it was also representation. When that was not a thing.
Yeah. Interesting. Like, I'm kind of shocked that we're getting this one out. Like, this will be up. I am going to work on this kind of immediately after we finish this. So I'm gonna get this up pretty much on its anniversary. Like, it's almost Thanksgiving, and this came out for Thanksgiving, and this came out on the 24th, and I'm gonna try to get it out by then. So that's never happened before on this stupid little podcast.
You do have a full-time job, sir.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's crazy that it worked out this way. Moana made 2.6 million from a Tuesday paid previews, which began at 7 p.m., the highest ever for a Walt Disney Animation Studios and for a non-Pixar film, which is impressive.
Jiminy Christmas.
The film posted a 3-day opening weekend of $56.6 million over its Friday to Sunday debut, and $82.1 million from Wednesday to Sunday, the third biggest 3-day Thanksgiving opening, behind the original Frozen and Toy Story 2, and the second biggest 5-day Thanksgiving opening behind Frozen, dethroning Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them off the top spot.
That was a bad movie, by the way. Fantastic Beasts. Rotten movie.
Okay, well,
You'll never. You're good.
I'll never see it. I've seen precisely one Harry Potter film, and I've seen the first one, and then I watched this comedy version called Wizard People, Dear Reader, which I will share with you because it's hilarious. But that's it. And I've been to the theme park in Florida. So.
And you got Jack Up on Butterbeer. Good.
Yes, it was delicious. It was absolutely fantastic. Not as good as the green milk at Galaxy's Edge, though. It's lime flavored.
It's Ecto Cooler.
I wish, man. If it was Ecto Cooler, I would just move to Southern California and never leave.
But the diabetes, sir.
Who cares? I'm living the good life. I take drugs for that. It's fine.
YOLO for Ecto Cooler.
Yeah. Its second weekend, the film dropped by 50%, which is actually a smaller drop than Toy Story 2, Frozen, Tangled, and The Good Dinosaur. So that's good. That's pretty impressive.
That makes sense, kind of, because it came out the week of Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. Apparently, the third week, it topped the box office for its third weekend, despite competition from newcomers and holdovers. It became the sixth film of 2016 to top the box office 3 different times, following Deadpool, Zootopia, Jungle Book, Finding Dory, and Suicide Squad.
Huh.
The film was overtaken by Rogue One in its fourth weekend. So Rogue One's kind of a... Yeah. It fell to number 6 in its fifth weekend due to competition from 4 new releases: Sing, Passengers, Why Him, and Assassin's Creed. I don't think Assassin's Creed was competition. I think Moana being in its 6th week or 5th week was the competition.
Thank you for reminding that there was an Assassin's Creed movie
starring Magneto. Yeah.
No, he's starring the British guy from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
3 beers.
95% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film received mixed reception amongst Polynesian people, who praised the depiction of Polynesian culture and their wayfinding traditions, while the portrayal of Maui and the character of Grandma Tala were more debated. So I guess they had some issues with how they treated like individual people as opposed to the culture. So.
They don't like Maui's work rate.
Yeah, they thought.
I mean, look,
yeah,
he can go. He can go if he has to, but that's not what his character is.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, most of the time, it's just people want to see the flash in this as opposed to the substance.
Nobody thinks that the People's Elbow is an actual legit finish, but
exactly.
It's entertaining.
I forget. Did they make any wrestling jokes in this?
I don't know. I don't think so, but the fact that he didn't bust out a rock bottom.
Yeah, because they tend.
Nuggy.
Yeah, they tend to always have him do a rock bottom or a lariat in any movie that he's in, so I'm kind of surprised.
Well, I mean, he shouldn't be doing lariats. He's not.
I know, but they make him do that because these Hollywood writers think that's wrestling.
But I want to do the Spine Buster.
I know. Well, he should be, but usually he doesn't.
Would you mark out more for his character in a movie doing? I mean, I've seen him do the rock bottom in movies.
Yeah,
but to see him do that dumb DDT he does.
Yeah,
it's a bad DDT he does.
Yeah, or his fall away slam. It's
or his rotten sharpshooter where he does the hover butt.
the hover butt and just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're talking. We're talking.
A bad sharpshooter.
Yeah. Nothing's better than a bad sharpshooter. Maybe a bad figure 4 leg lock. The Miz's figure 4 leg lock. Or Charlotte Flair's figure 4 leg lock.
I mean, it's so bad that it's not actually it's not his strong grapple in No Mercy, is it? He was using it back then.
Yeah, he was. He definitely does the sharpshooter in No Mercy.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I believe you guys need to like clarify.
yeah. We'll do some research and we'll get back to you at the next episode.
Does it look like a game?
Yeah. Moana is officially added to the Disney Princess lineup, which
She's
is
in Wreck-It
impressive. What?
She's in Wreck-It Ralph too.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's like incredibly popular on Disney Plus. It's like one of their most watched like movies, which is wild. Like,
I mean, again, it's that whole thing where it's like, okay, so a friend of ours, her daughter loves, and she loves it because even though Moana is a different race, she loves that Moana is a younger girl with curly hair. Curly hair girls love Moana.
Yeah. I guess there's a TV series. I'm Sean Connery now. TV series coming up for Disney Plus, which for 2023. So, oh wow, it's actually being produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios. That's impressive. They never do that. That's good.
Is Loroca in it?
I doubt it.
He needs to be in it.
He's
got literally nothing else going on.
No. What else could he possibly? Yeah,
I mean,
I do like that. I do like that. Rock the Dwayne Johnson wants to be the next James Bond.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Listen, just do another Hobbs and Shaw. Just make that your franchise. Don't be.
I don't know what else. I don't know what other movies I actually actively want him to do.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, isn't it? Like I like The Rock. He tends to be very enjoyable in the things that he does.
I liked him in both Jumanjis.
But he's great in Jumanji. Like even certain things that are like, like technically bad movies, like Central Intelligence isn't a good movie, but like just him and Kevin Hart kind of BSing is always funny.
Can I make a confession?
Okay.
I kind of like Walking Tall.
I like Walking Tall. I'm not gonna lie. Again, not a great movie, but I enjoy it. It's weird, like The Rock and Johnny Knoxville just hanging out. And
man, it's weird. I just kind of like Walking Tall.
You know what, Nick?
What is that?
This is going to become something completely different now because we're done talking about the movie. We love this movie. Let's finish it. Let's finish it up with our usual nonsense. Hey, Nick, was there any sequels?
Not officially, no.
No, there hasn't been any sequels. Like we said, there's the TV show, but that hasn't happened yet, but that is happening. Hey, Nick, was there any theme park stuff?
Not permanent.
No, just minor things. How about video games?
I mean, I'm sure she was in Infinity, and I don't know if there's a video like a standalone video game or not. I don't think
there was only mobile games.
Okay, well we're going to be getting into that territory now.
And the Moana Infinity stuff was canceled, never came out.
Okay.
So there you go. Very quick, easy. Was there a Happy Meal?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
No, there was.
Okay. I'm looking it up now because I want to see what the toys were. Was there a Rock Happy Meal toy that I don't have? That's devastating to think about. Okay. Boy, these are bad. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. They're not good.
No. Okay. I do want that hey, I guess. Hey! I'm looking at the Happy Meal toys, and I type in Moana Happy Meal toys, and one of the things I see is the Space Jam Bugs Bunny figure for some reason.
Hey, speaking of bad movies.
It looks like a lot of this stuff is just kind of like Ralph Wrecks the Internet Moana stuff.
Okay.
So
I'm positive there was a standalone.
it doesn't look like it, but wait, what the? There's a picture of a Moana Barbie doll dressed in McDonald's clerk thing in this Google search,
Okay,
which is very upsetting. I don't like that.
Safe search back on.
Anyway, no, it looks like Moana was just in a Disney princess line from this year. So there wasn't. It doesn't look like there was.
I think you're telling me like it's like, oh no, it's one of those Disney lines that got instead of McDonald's, it went to Burger King.
Yeah, and it looks like so she was in the Disney Princess. She was in Ralph Rex the Internet, and Hey Hey was in that very recent Disney World 50th anniversary.
That's right.
Thing where they have 50 toys. So that's
of which I think I got one.
I got a couple. I got Olaf. What else did I know? I got a couple others.
I got last year.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I got a couple of those.
We're grown men. We still buy Happy Meals. If toys are good, I won't buy
toys are good. I didn't get there. I never got a single Eternals one. I'm kind of bummed.
Dude, they're not good. They're like bobbleheads.
Whatever. So was the Avengers ones, and I still got a few of those.
Yeah, they're not good. You're
good. But whenever they do Pokemon, I'm there. I don't know why. I can't help myself.
Do you ever get like the Hot Wheels?
Not intentionally anymore. I used to all the time, but I quickly realized that I can just buy Hot Wheels. They're like 99 cents. Like, and they don't ever have good ones in the Happy Meals. It's like, yeah, it's a twin mill. I can just go and buy a twin mill. They're $2.
But doesn't smell like French fries.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. But let's look. Anyways, I was saying, we're going to turn this into a different thing here. I'm going to look at I'm sorry. Just looking at weird stuff. Here's the It Doesn't Matter Wyclef Jean featuring The Rock.
I thought you were saying like we're gonna do the top 10 best Dwayne The Rock Johnson things.
We're looking at we are looking at Dwayne The Rock Johnson's film career.
What's number one?
What's number one? That's the trick, right? Like, okay. Not TV. Who cares? He's in 2 video games. I know that's a lie.
He's in a Spy Hunter game.
Yeah, he was Spy Hunter, the Scorpion King, and they don't list a single WWE game.
I mean, it's not really him to record. They're just taking audio clips.
Sometimes they did, actually.
Okay.
That's TV. We want movies. Okay. I like the first movie listed that he was in is Beyond the Mat. I guess technically
that's not inaccurate.
Yeah. Where he makes Noelle Foley cry.
And he has those great sideburns.
Yes. Okay, what else we got? He was Mummy Returns. A movie called Long Shot, where he just kind of played a bit. He just has a character named Mugger. Isn't that the movie? Isn't that the movie that has like a bunch of it's that NSYNC and O-Town and Lil' Kim and?
I thought we like the movie with the bad X-Men film.
Yeah. The Scorpion King.
Great CGI.
Yeah. 2003, The Rundown.
The Rundown's fine. It is. Yeah. It's fine.
Let's see. 2004, Walking Tall.
Which I saw in a dollar theater.
Yeah. Plays Christopher Chris Vaughn Jr., not
Buford Pusser.
Buford Pusser, which is really a misstep in that movie. He was in the movie Be Cool with
Travolta.
Yeah, it was the sequel. It was the Get Shorty sequel.
That's what I
talked about earlier.
Yeah.
He played Sarge in Doom.
Spoilers: he becomes a demon.
Yes. Let's see. Southland Tales. Gridiron Gang. I do remember that. He had a cameo in Reno 911 Miami.
Okay.
He was in The Game Plan.
Yeah.
He was in the Get Smart. movie with
He was Get Smart with
uh,
God, what is his name? What is his name?
uh,
Guy from the Office. Steve Carell.
Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway.
Terrence Stamp is in it, unfortunately. And Terry Crews, David Koechner. Love me some David Koechner. James Caan. Okay, that was not a good movie. Race to Rich Mountain,
which is a remake of the.
I don't even think it's a remake, isn't it? Just like just a new version of Escape to Witch Mountain or something. Like it's just like I don't even think it's a remake. I just think it's like here's Witch Mountain.
It's a mountain of witches.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know.
Yeah, Planet 51, which I forgot existed. His first cartoon, basically.
That was a bad movie, correct?
I recall it being bad, and he also played a white guy, which is weird.
Nice.
The Tooth Fairy.
That's when he got into the. That's when he had those weird hair plugs, right?
Yeah, where he just kind of didn't. Nothing looked right. And also keep in mind the Tooth Fairy is bad enough as it is, but it also spawned a sequel where the Tooth Fairy was played. Tooth Fairy 2 is played by Larry the Cable Guy. So
fantastic. You couldn't have had two more physically or dynamically different people.
Why Did I Get Married 2? He had a cameo.
Medea. Why did I get married too, sir?
The Other Guys, the Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell movie. He was in that.
Did your dad see that?
Absolutely.
Because
Mark Wahlberg's in it. He was in a movie called Faster, which I absolutely didn't remember until I saw the picture of the poster. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. The Rock co-starred in a movie with Billy Bob Thornton.
Am I getting that mixed up with the Nick Cage movie?
Probably.
Remember thinking of Gone in 60 Seconds.
Are you thinking of Drive Fast?
I might be thinking of Drive Fast.
Drive Fast 3D. And then 2011 is where his career really just finally found its place. 2011, Fast 5, where he plays DSS agent Luke Hobbs. So there you go.
He was also Roadblock.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet. Jeez.
He's a bad Roadblock.
Journey. He would play Journey to the Mysterious Island, which is Journey. Journey to the Center of the Earth 2. The first one was
Will Ferrell.
Well, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Mummy.
Fraser?
Brendan Fraser. Yeah.
No, I think it's Will Ferrell.
Nope, I just clicked on it. I was right. It is Brendan Fraser.
Wait. You're right.
You're thinking
Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost. I was about to say, you're close. You're thinking of Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost.
He was in a movie called Snitch. There's G.I. Joe Retaliation, where he plays Marvin F. Hinton.
The fact that he didn't rhyme every other sentence was off-putting.
Oh, yeah. No, it was the worst possible realization of Roadblock he could have possibly have made.
And he didn't offer anybody a body massage.
Correct.
Yes.
I would kill for a live-action G.I. Joe PSA.
Fensler film?
Yeah, Fensler Films.
Who wants a body massage? Mr. Body Massage Machine.
Oh God! It's been what, almost 20 years, and those are just as funny as they've ever been. It's like those stupid Spider-Man strips that we.
Yes,
they're completely like you can't share them because you would be instantly canceled. But we still laugh about them.
Do yourself a favor. Look, dear listener. I want you to Google up J. Pinkerton Spider-Man comics.
Oh man, they're just Fappo has become part. Has become part of my. And Mysterio has been ruined forever for me.
Yes.
It's so good. Again, we're not going to recite them in public.
But the one that's not offensive, it's just like the bullets. My one weakness.
Yes. Oh man!
Now watch me like this piece of dog poop I
found. Pain and Gain. That was
Oh,
another that
Mark
was another
Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg movie, but that was also a Michael Bay movie. It's the most tame Michael Bay movie that's ever been made. Fast and the Furious 6, Empire State, which was a direct-to-video movie
Never heard of him.
starring it stars Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Liam Hemsworth, lesser Hemsworth.
No.
Hercules, where he played Hercules.
Oh God, that's right.
Remember there were two Hercules movies that year, and that was somehow neither of them were even remotely. They were both equally as bad, yet the Rock one had a bigger budget.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like they didn't have an action. Well, 10 years ago, that movie would have had an action figure line.
Yeah, it would have been like that the Scorpion King figures where they just like took Jack's Rock figures and put like leotards and stuff on them and called it like there's the Scorpion King line. It is just a Titantron Live figure.
Did they put Michael Clark Duncan in that line?
I don't think so.
They should have.
They should have.
Now entering the Titantron.
Yeah.
Michael Clark.
San Andreas.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hell, that became the thing where like, hey, The Rock has to contractually have a helicopter in a movie.
Yeah. There's Central Intelligence. I like that movie. Moana, The Fate of the Furious, Baywatch. Remember he was in the Baywatch movie?
Sure was. Yeah.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which was a way better movie than it ever should have been.
It's super funny.
It's super funny, super good, and I'm going to be brutally honest. I think I like it more than the original Jumanji. Well, I don't think that. I know I like it more than the original Jumanji.
It's great, and I was also reminded that Karen Gilliam's super hot.
Yes, particularly in the Jumanji.
Karen Gilliam, as the kids say, can get
it. Where were we? Oh, Rampage. He was in Rampage.
I saw that in theaters with somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that we did get all three monsters in it at some point.
Yeah.
I really didn't know when you saw all the stuff. It just focused on the giant monkey. But okay, Nick. Okay, Nick. Yeah. What are the names of the three Rampage monsters?
George, Ralph, and Lizzie.
There you go. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Rampage, fun games. Can't play them for very long, but
because now Rampage World Tour,
much better. Nintendo 64,
or the main version.
Yeah, of course. So I just got all of these fancy buttons on my arcade 1-up machine.
I put a i7 desktop inside of an arcade cabinet. So I could play NFL Blitz. Remember the Rampage toy line at Walmart? And they couldn't unload that shit.
Yeah, there was no moving a single toy from that line. Depressing, really. Like, you kind of wonder, like, why did you make this movie if you really didn't want to make anything based on the video game Rampage? You just wanted to make a weird King Kong movie.
It's more Mighty Joe Young in a way, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just one of those things like, hey, man, Rampage has a cool story of people being used as science experiments taking it out on the military. That's a cool...
And also accidentally eating the gasoline and throwing up.
Yeah, great stuff.
It's great stuff.
Yeah. He was in the movie Skyscraper. Didn't he only have one leg in that movie? Wasn't that the thing?
Yeah, because I remember like he was in the press for it. He's like, I'm trying to be respectful to people who are amputees. Like, okay, Rock, come on now, let's.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where like everyone was like doing like the scene from the trailer of him jumping from like the crane to like the building or vice versa, and they're doing the math and they're showing like this is actually he's gonna fall to his death because there's no humanly possible way he's making this jump.
But it's The Rock, so
he's contractually obligated to not It's
Die.
die or get beat up. I think that's true as well. I think, especially in the Fast and the Furious movies, that like Vin Diesel can't get like the better of him, can't be had. So like when those two have fights, like when you watch Fate of the Furious, it's just sort of like it's it's like when you're playing a fighting game and there's like a thing where it's like you hit the combo at the same time. It's like parried.
It's a thing. Oh, do they legitimately not like each other?
I think so. I think they don't like.
Is there backstage heat, brother?
I think there's backstage heat. There's politics going on.
Politicking.
Yeah. Let's see. So he did Fighting with My Family, which was that Paige here.
Paige Har. As AJ Lee.
Yeah. Where he plays himself, obviously, because he was the producer, and it involves him at some point. They meet him backstage.
What is the most prominent thing to come out of that movie?
Other than the Page, all of the Page promos, what else is there?
The infamous, I'm just going to call CM Punk.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, what are they going to do to me? I'm The Rock.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see. So Fighting with My Family, Hobbs and Shaw, love that movie. It's terrible. It's
Calvin
ridiculous.
Got it.
Hobbs and Shaw is cool because it actually features like science fiction, like legit. Like they're not trying. Like Fast and the Furious is already science fiction, but then like this one has like Idris Elba is legitimately like a cyborg. Like they've implanted him with technology, like so he can like calculate punch trajectory and dodge it, and then like get turned off. Like it's ridiculous.
And it has Roman Reigns in it.
It does have Roman Reigns in it.
Does he do the Superman punch or the spear in the movie?
I feel like he does one of those. I don't think he has a single speaking line in the movie. He's just kind of stands around, look menacing.
I think in the trailer he's doing the spear.
Yeah. Jumanji: The Next Level,
which is also fun.
Yeah. Jungle Cruise.
I'm not seeing it yet. It's on Disney Plus. It's free now, right?
Yes, they just added it like last week.
Yeah.
He has a voice cameo in Free Guy. He's in the movie Red Notice, which is hot garbage. As we're recording this, WWE Survivor Series had been going on, and boy, did they reference that significantly all the time. At one point, Vince McMahon is carrying backstage. He has one of the props from the movie, so he's really
well, isn't it
they
like
really
the anniversary of his wrestling debut?
I think so, yeah, because it would have been Survivor Series
96 at the Garden. Yeah,
the blue chipper Rocky Maivia.
Well, that's a blue chip where he beats Goldust with a shoulder breaker.
Yeah. And his upcoming movies that haven't been released yet are both DC movies, which is very interesting.
Black Adam and
DC League of Super Pets.
Oh, he is Crypto?
He is Crypto in it. Did you get the trailer for that?
I did.
That actually looks kind of fun.
I want to know who Streaky is.
I'm looking at the let's see. Here's the cast list for Dwayne The Rock Johnson is Crypto the Superdog. Okay. Kevin Hart is Ace the Bat Hound.
Okay.
Mark Maron is Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Diego Luna is Chip, Green Lantern's squirrel. Natasha Lyonne is Merton, the Flash's turtle. Vanessa Bayer is PB, Wonder Woman's pig. Additionally, Kate McKinnon, John Krasinski, Keanu Reeves, and Jamila Jamil have been cast in undisclosed roles. I cannot wait to find out who Keanu Reeves is playing.
He's Beppa.
DC. He's what?
He should be Beppa.
Yeah.
He should be Beppa.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah. Nick, this is probably one of the shortest episodes of Disney Compendium.
It's okay.
Quite a bit. Again, uneventful production, good movie. Not a lot to make fun of, other than just making 1,000 wrestling jokes, which we did, and we did really well.
We'd rank it if I wasn't bad at my job.
I'm dead set on us just having the season finale after we do Encanto is going to be a ranking of fighters episode.
Re-ranking.
We're going to use science, just like they
is
do.
This? Let's it maybe be premature. Is this an S tier movie?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it's definitely an A tier Disney movie.
So.
I think it's right. It is there with Frozen in terms of just sort of like, it's big, it's good, it's a Disney movie. It feels like a Disney movie.
Yes.
Which is a lot more than you can say for a lot of the other things. It's like, as much as I like something like Big Hero 6 or Wreck-It Ralph, they don't feel like Disney movies. They don't feel like that's the kind of movie the studio makes. This does. This absolutely does.
Zootopia didn't feel like that either. So.
No, Zootopia didn't feel like that. Zootopia feels like a Pixar movie.
Yes.
Same with Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph feels like a Pixar movie.
Are the lines getting blurred anyway there? So
yes, and it's becoming more and more like obvious as time goes by. I think Encanto looks like a Pixar movie. Like, as much as fun as that movie looks, it looks like Coco. It looks like
which is the Pixar movie.
Yeah. But so yeah, what did I say the next one was? This next one, Ralph breaks the internet.
I believe it's Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah, Ralph does something to the internet. It's breaks the internet. It's not wrecks the internet. It should be Ralph wrecks the internet because that's what the title of the character is. But it's breaks the internet. You know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. Bad movie. Yeah, Ralph breaks the internet. So
it is as good as the first Wreck-It Ralph was for the good video game references. Which, by the way, Wreck-It Ralph is just Rampage.
Yes, Wreck-It Ralph is actually Rampage.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, but boy, there's a lot to not like about Ralph Wrecks the Internet. There's some really good stuff in it, but boy, the next two movies are going to be a tough road to hoe, but we're almost there. We're getting there. There's only a few more left after this, and I can't wait.
Hopefully, Encanto is great, and we end on a high note.
I hope so. And I forget what's after Encanto, but that's not like, I don't know what Searcher Clade is. Is there any news about it? It doesn't have a Wikipedia page. It comes out in November 2022. What happens if I search for Searcher Clade? Yes, Clade, CLADE, is a potential working title for an upcoming American animated adventure film produced by Disney. And it will be the 61st animated feature in the Disney animated canon, directed by Don Hall and written by Ki Win. Let's see. According to casting logline, Ethan Clade is a biracial 14-year-old who is very typical as far as teenagers go. Playful and quick-witted, but can also retreat. He can be a wise ass, but isn't particularly tough. So really, I have no idea. It's nothing. It's a character. There's no information about what the hell this movie. Yeah, we got a working title for a movie called Searcher Clade, and the main character is Ethan Clade. The only cast member, the only confirmed cast member is Alan Tudyk.
Only because he has to be there.
And there's some character names: Meriden Clade and Captain Calypso Khan, which is a really good name. So
Captain Calypso. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know what the heck that is. That's just actually honestly the first time I've heard that title. So cool. So it's directed by the person that did Raya and the Last Dragon. So we'll see what that is. But until then, next time is number 57 on the hits list. Ralph Breaks the Internet from 2018. So 2 years later, Disney went and released 2 movies in 1 year and then didn't release anything for 2 more years. But you'll know why after we get to it, because it's not like Disney is hurting for content in theaters in 2018, 2017. So, but we didn't talk about movies this week because we would have done it in the last episode because it's still 2016. We talked about all the movies that came out then. We don't need to talk about them again. That's what saved us the most time.
But what killed the most time? Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Killing the business, brother. But until then, until we meet you again and break the internet with Ralph, thank you. Thank you all for joining us. And have a magical day.
Bye.